Howdy folks. Last video we did on the black-headed python, we had quite a few emails come in requesting us to not only to do another video but to do one on the Woma python, so decided to get off our asses and get out here and do it. So here we are, wearing a shirt this time after everyone said I should wear one. So we're in a beautiful area of the Pilbara. There's lots of Woma pythons out here. They're quite a common species and I often encounter them. It's reasonable humidity, reasonable temperature. It's 29 degrees, humidity is about 83%, which is ideal. No guarantee we're going to see one, but we're going to give it a go, and I'm quite confident we'll find one. If you wonder how I choose my area to find these species, I look for an area that's nice and sandy like that, and this is the magic bush I'm looking for. It's called poverty bush. Also spinifex, poverty bush and spinifex, sand like that, perfect habitat for womas. Often you find Woma python sheltering in these termite mounds, and in fact this termite mound, I actually know there is a Woma python living, but I can't see him tonight, so we'll keep moving down the track, and if they are active tonight, which I expect, we're bound to get one sooner or later. This is a sure sign of snake activity. Bit of uric acid, too much and too big to be a gecko, so it's definitely snake uric acid. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a python though, but shows you what's active. Yep. Stop. There he is. It's a western brown snake, Ryan. We won't muck around with it. We'll keep going looking for a Woma, eh? Again, not quite what we're after, but a python nonetheless. So he's got a few battle scars. Out doing his thing. It's just not a badly marked one. Anyway, we'll let him be. Keep looking for this Woma. Well, we got a desert death out of this time. They're very common in this area. Not really surprised to see one. Well, it seems we're finding it everything but what we're looking for. December's a pretty good time of year to see these things. They're made around this time of year, drop young, late April, mid-May. Sometimes in this bush I've seen them on huge spinifex bush just sitting on the top. Just shows you how quick they can be. A lot of people consider adders as sort of sluggish type animal, but this species here are very agile. Notice the tick on it, big bush tick. Come here.
Never pick up a deaf adder by the tail. It's dangerous. Dave's just a dickhead.
Now you can see the tick there. It's not going to do any harm. On the other side you can actually see skin worms, and they get those from eating frogs. You've got to be a little bit careful here. I don't want to get bitten by this thing. You've got a very nasty venom. You can see the skin worms there, pointed out with a spinifex. There's little platy helmet worm just under the skin there. Like I said, indication that they eat frogs. Well, they can also get them from eating skinks and things. Anyway, we'll leave them be and continue on our search for our Woma. Snake, oi, oi! That's what we're after. Beautiful. Reverse up. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Just gonna have a look. Turn the car off. There it is, right? There it is. Okay, finally got what we're after. Not a bad looking specimen. Notice the tick on his eye, Ryan. Yeah. Okay. Okay, typical Pilbara Woma. Well, actually probably better than an average looking specimen. It's quite nicely marked and orange. As you can see, these Pilbara Womas have got a very plastic nature about them. In fact, it's hard to find one that's got any attitude at all. This one seems to have a neck injury. You can see on the top of its spine is a distinctive lump in pink. Who knows how it was caused, but it's a wild snake after all. If you have a look on the eye region, you can see an obvious tick. Ticks are no worries for them in the wild, really, especially just when there's only a few. Okay, if you turn this critter over, I don't know if you can zoom up there, Ryan, but gives you an idea of the tail shape. You can see that it's slightly concave, indicates a female once again. Who knows, she might have come off eggs. She's got reasonable condition. Be just about the time that eggs would be hatching. Might have a scout around so we can find a burrow. Womas here in the Pilbara come in a variety of colours. This one here shows nice orange bands, but you get them with charcoal coloured bands, and sometimes their background colour can be a lot darker. I particularly like the yellow hues in them. Check out this tub full of Womas that neatly show off their colour variety. I've just got to stop dripping saliva all over them. In an average season, I probably see maybe 50 to 60 Womas a year in the Pilbara. Their average adult weight in the wild is 550 grams, and they're about 1100, 1150 long. Their average clutch size is about 10 eggs. As far as Woma populations go across Australia, the Pilbara Woma is arguably one of the smallest, whereas the southwestern Woma, you can get them up to 5 kilos, much larger in size, very typical to the South Australian varieties. Okay, here's a Woma that we've found, so it's number 2 for the night. There's not much I can really tell you about Womas that I haven't already mentioned. However, this one here has got something in its stomach. Don't know what it's eaten, but often they regurgitate little dragons and spiny tail monitors. Anyway, we'll leave this fella be. For those that have never seen a Woma burrow in the wild, I'm about to show you one. We were lucky enough to track one to its burrow. I'm going to show you what a typical Woma burrow looks like. Over here, Ryan. If you have a look here, bring the camera down here, Ryan. There's one entrance here, although it doesn't look like it's used at all. But if you come around the other side of the spinifex, have a look in here. You can see that tiny hole down there, and when you pull the spinifex away, you can see its burrow there. Okay, actually there's a skin in there. It's a partial skin, and it's definitely a Woma in there because I saw its head sticking out before. See if you can take the camera off, Ryan, and stick it there. You might even see it sticking its head out. Can you get in there? No. Anyway, I'm not going to disturb it any further. It's obviously its home, and for all I know it could be a female on egg, so. But I will be coming back here another night and see if I can get a bit more footage of it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed a little insight into the Pilbara Woma with us in the wild. We thought we'd end this clip with showing you a few other clips that we've done in the past with other people that have we've taken out in the wild before. See you next time.